tell you what, guys, we live in an amazing time. Companies are always trying to outdo each other. 20 years ago, 1,000 lumens was unheard of. Now you got everyday carry flashlights that are 1,000 lumens. Some companies make huge flashlights that are 10,000, 20,000 lumens. But today we have Sharvol S1 tactical flashlight. This company reached out to me and asked me if I would do a flashlight review on their flashlight. I'll have to admit, being as big of a Powertac fan as I am, this light really impresses me. Aside from the box is pretty cool. I'm going to show you something. This light comes in a really neat case. And it's not just the case. By the way, this thing floats. This is nice to be, like if you had it in your car and keep it, under the seat, whatever. Everything about this light, I'm really impressed with. This company you might not have heard of, but you might hear about them in the future because their products are really, really good. So let me go over what's in this case, show you guys, and then on the next video I'll be showing you some shots of how this light looks at night, how it compares to other flashlights, and hope you enjoy. Alright, aside from the fact that it's really nice material, this is one of those things that you're probably going to keep. Most flashlights come in cases or in boxes with some, some form-fitting something, foam or whatever, that kind of holds the flashlight, protects it while it's shipped, being stored, sitting on the shelf, all that kind of stuff. This is actually something you're going to keep. So when you open it up here, you got a lanyard for your wrist, lanyard for your neck, instruction booklet. We'll get to instructions here in a minute. Another thing I'm really impressed with, this case is made really well. Like even this is divided so that this doesn't mix with over here or, get lost within the mesh. You got your USB, there we go. You got your USB charger, and it's a Type-C. So many of these flashlights of these companies are a little bit behind the times, and they're using that mini USB. Mini USB is kind of getting phased out, and everybody's switching to the USB-C. It's a nicer connection, it's an easier connection, and that's why they're switching to it. In this case, when you first get it, the battery's in this little holder. This carrying case is legit. It is the same material as this, but it is nice and sturdy. The stitching is good. You got a really nice embossed rubber emblem right there. The back is another thing that impresses me because it's big. This will fit a 2-inch duty belt. So you could use this for police work, corrections work, fire department work, things like that. So you unhook it here, and it's also got a double retention because you got the hook and loop system right here. It's just a really nice case. I really like this. Tank's getting in the way here. Alright, now we're going to talk about the light. The light is very robust. I'm actually really impressed with this light. It doesn't have knurling. It has some grooves cut into it here to help it stay in your hand, which is really nice. You can take this clip, move it up here, so you can reverse it, use it as like a headlamp if you want. One thing that I love in flashlights, especially this size flashlights, everyday carry flashlights, it's the ability to tail stand. Tail standing to me is one of the most important things. It's not going to tail stand in the case. There we go. Tail standing to me is one of the most important things because it allows you to put this light somewhere, shine it up, like say your power goes out, put it the light up on the ceiling, illuminate your whole room, and just worry free. You could be a mechanic and put this on the floor and illuminate under the vehicle, allow you to use both your hands. tail standing to me for an everyday flashlight is really important. The head of this is shaped like this because it creates an anti-roll system. It's not perfect. I don't think anything is. The clip probably works better than the head at keeping it from rolling, but either way, here's your charging port for your USB-C. You got your mode switch. This tells you that the head will get hot, and I'll tell you what, on the high setting, because this goes up to 1950 lumens. This gets hot if you leave it on turbo for a long time. You got your momentary and your regular switch. If you just hit it a little bit, it turns on. If you press it all the way, it stays on. This light, similar to the Powertac lights, has a memory built in. So if you turn it on a certain setting, the next time you turn on that flashlight, it's at that setting. Which is also another really nice feature. So like I said, it's called the S1 Tactical Flashlight. It's a good weight flashlight. It's just heavy enough, but not heavy. It's just heavy enough to give you something that's, like I said, very robust. This flashlight also has a strobe and an SOS feature. You have to hold down the mode button. What's kind of cool about this flashlight is it does the strobe and the SOS feature in the same setting. So once you get that started, it'll do strobe and then blink, strobe, and then blink. Really neat. So there you have it. Let me I'll leave it up to you guys, but let me know what you think. If you really like this light, trust in my knowledge about flashlights, because I do so many flashlight reviews, give them a shout. I'm going to post a link in the description where you can buy this light. It's available on Amazon. It's around $97. So I'll leave it up to you. Do I think that's a good price? It's a decent price. You know, nowadays, you know, if you spend $20, you're going to get a $20 flashlight. The first time you drop it, it's going to stop working. So $97 is not unheard of. And I do think you're getting a good value with everything here. So that's just my opinion. You form your own. Alright guys, you know me. I'm going to be testing the Sharvol S1 Tactical Flashlight. It's rated for 1950 lumens, and we're going to see here whether or not, you know, they could back up the claim. So far I'm already impressed with this light. I'm not going to go through all the different levels of brightness. Nobody really cares about that. They just want to see the brightest setting. So here you go. This is turbo, 1950 lumens. I'll be honest, guys. That is a wicked, crazy, good light. This is a very good focused beam with decent spillage, so you actually get a wide view here. You can see all the way to the end of this yard. That sand mound down there is 100 yards away. Will it reach the 300 meters, which is like 900 and some feet? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe on a clear day where there's no fog. But certainly here, 100 plus yards, it's definitely a very, very good, very bright light. Alright, there it is. Another thing I'd like to point out, there's my Great Dane. Another thing I'd like to point out, the light that comes off of this S1 Tactical Flashlight is a very nice bright white, or daylight, whatever you'd like to refer it to as, beam. A lot of lights like the O-light, even though it promotes a lot of lumens, it was more of a cool light. It was a warm light, almost yellowish, Not as bright as this. Certainly not as strong as this. So I did notice that when I'm using this light. I'm really impressed. This is a really good flashlight. So now I'm gonna test some of the claims Sharvol has in their video. The only one I'm not gonna test is the frozen in ice thing. I don't have time to wait for all that, but I'm gonna run it over with the car. We're gonna do the drop test and see if this light can hold up to it. And now, the drop test. Still works. Alright guys, what do you think? I'm gonna leave it up to you. Sharvol S1 tactical flashlight withstood every test that I put it through. It performed great. I'm really impressed with the brightness of this light, the design of this light. It's simple to use, pretty much exactly like Powertac. This is a good light. So then, take in consideration the package that you get, the case that you get, and you know, I'll leave a link in the description where you can buy this light. I do recommend it. I thank them for supporting the 570. This is Josh, and we'll see you next time.